Vaughn here from SOW Outdoors. Was just going through the truck, cleaning it out before I go out of town, but one of the things I wanted to demonstrate was all the things I keep in my personal vehicle for preparations for maybe not necessarily survival, but for first aid, for quality of living, and for defense, and you know, just in case something goes bad. So today I'm going to be showing you my 2013 F-150. This is four-wheel drive pickup. Got about 75,000 miles on it. It is the 3.5 liter twin turbo EcoBoost. Wanted to kind of go through the individual facets of this truck and what I do for preparation type of purposes. So let's start over here in the driver's seat. I'm going to actually detach this camera. So one of the first things is, while sitting in the driver's seat, this is a glass breaker and seatbelt cutter that I keep in here. I keep it right here on the visor in case I need to get to it. Behind that is a small knife. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. So behind that is a small knife, and it is pretty sharp. The reason I keep that there is just for in case I needed to cut something and it was within easy access of the driver. Moving down, always keep a power cable. That way I keep my phone charged up. Here in my center console, keep various few things, one of which being a lock in case I need to lock something down. A couple extra shotgun shells in here. Right now this is today's concealed carry that I'm carrying. I usually don't like to leave a pistol in the truck, but it is in there right now. A little go bag for toiletries, a Streamlight flashlight that is wired into the truck to charge it, a couple extra pairs of sunglasses, a little trash bag here. In this bag I've got some, in this what is this? This is a Magpul bag. In this guy I've got some cables and some various other things. Let's see what's in here actually. Oh, that's more toiletry stuff. Going down here, I have another holster that's velcroed to the inside here. A couple extra pairs of sunglasses, a tourniquet, set of wipes, usually some extra ammo. Today I've got two 14-round mags for my 10mm that I carry. So yeah, basic stuff, but really just keeping it organized. The main thing here is having a flashlight handy. Up on the lid here I've got a multi-tool that's got pliers as well as other things. I got another knife and got a small flashlight that's magnetic as a shop light in case I need to magnet this under the hood while I'm working on the truck. Get us home safely type of deal. Let me pack this back in here. I mean, obviously if you need to get to this, you'd be scrambling through this this center console here in a hurry, but a few other things, business cards and a comb, a lighter, shotgun shell, another little bottle opener, multi-tool, a couple bottle openers, Sharpies, always cheap Sharpies. These things are so cheap, I use them for everything. Every time I have to go to the post office, I end up grabbing one of these and running it in there to fill out the labels and write on packages. Also, filling out hunting tags. If you're shooting a deer, you got to fill out the tag, so I use a Sharpie for that. But yeah, just always keep Sharpies with you. Up here, usually keep a pair of sunglasses and some cleaning cloths. Let's go to the back. So in the back seat here, I keep some bug spray, large zip tie I could use for cuffs if needed. Folding this up, I've got a rain poncho, a chamois for drying the car if I wash it, an umbrella, nice golf umbrella, a pair of bolt cutters, med kit, duct tape. One thing on the med kit I want to mention, I've pretty much expanded this med kit from what it came from the factory. A couple things, obviously scissors, dental first aid kit in case you lose a filling or break a tooth, additional gloves, a nosebleed kit. This comes in very handy. My son actually gets nosebleeds pretty frequently. I got a smaller first aid kit on the go if I need it, but also band-aids for boo-boos. Additionally, I have a minor surgical kit. Now obviously I'm not gonna obviously I'm not gonna open an OR out of the back of my truck, but if I needed you know, like pupil dilation guides, additional scissors, additional tweezers, I do have some scalpels in here just in case. There is some sutures back in here, so if I needed to stitch something up, say I gashed my leg and I was out hunting or camping, I'd at least be able to get a stitch in it so I didn't bleed out. Again, going along with the tourniquet, can't be too prepared with the medical stuff. Let me button this up here. I also have a small pry bar, windshield scraper. I've got another flashlight back here, jumper cables, a whole bag of zip ties. You can never have enough zip ties. To go along with the duct tape, I have some packing tape in case I need to mail something. Good set of jumper cables tucked back in here, and I actually had to just recently refill this, but this is a pack of bags. Okay, so I've got 3 grocery bags. I've got a kitchen trash bag, a large gallon Ziploc bag, 3 contractor grade large trash bags that can be used as a poncho, a shelter. Recently on a camping trip, we used these to line a 5-gallon bucket to work as a potty. So the possibilities are endless. Always keep bags with you. That's not really a survival thing, that's just a convenience thing. The the ability to keep stuff organized is crucial, for me at least. I got a half roll of toilet paper here, also behind the seat. This is my hard hat for work. Behind the seat, I've got another half roll of toilet paper, extra pair of socks, and a camo bandana that I can use as a head covering, or if I need to wet it down and wrap around my neck, I can do so. Moving a little further back, I've got some 12 gauge double-aught buck. I'll show you why in just a minute. This is and I've had this bag since I was, I don't know, a young teenager, maybe even 10 or 12 years old, but this is kind of my go-to grab-and-go survival kit. I have a first aid kit here. In this little pocket, I've got a little fire starter tucked in there. Also, this kit does contain a snake bite kit. So in the truck, I actually have 2 snake bite kits, one with a suction pump and one with just a regular. In this bag, I may not dig everything out, but I've got paracord, a small knife, more trash bags. Let's see what else is in here. I have a compass that's attached to this red lanyard. I've got water purification tablets, another flashlight, a spork, wipies, space blanket for shelter. Also have a small thermometer, a can opener. This is a thermometer, can opener, popsicle sticks that I can use as a split. These are water purification tablets. I actually need to check to see if these are still good. Let's see here. I don't even know if it shows. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that these are probably expired, but in a pinch they might get you through. I'll need to add that to my list. So yeah, 2 compasses in here. One of the things with this bag, I've also got a dip can full of tinder material. Not the swipe right, swipe left kind of thing, but the fire making version of that. Let me see, I'm gonna have to set this camera down in order to pack this back in here. All right, cool. And so I keep all this stuff tucked in here. One of the good things is this back seat, I know you've been staring at that for a second, this back seat folds up, and so I can store a lot of stuff under here, pretty organized. So now I've got it all packed back away here. So This here folds down, and obviously everything is concealed. I can reach in and grab an umbrella pretty quickly if it's raining on me. Obviously got the child seat mod, another baby on the way as well. This is a 120 volt outlet, 150 watt as well. So this is a pretty high powered outlet. This outlet I've run a small air compressor on to refill tires, so forth. I currently have it plugged into my Streamlight charger that's routed into the center console where we saw that flashlight earlier. Basically this truck is set up for you know, living out here. One thing I've done here, I can fold this seat down. I modified this hinge here, or this latch, with drilling a hole. See if it'll focus. 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 There we go. So I drilled a hole in this pin so I can attach a small pull mechanism that allows me to unbutton these. This is where, so that exposes some additional storage room back behind the seat. Currently I've got a ice scraper type of windshield clearing device. I think that's about it. So yeah, I've got an extendable ice scraper that comes in handy for the winter months, although it doesn't really snow much here. I also have tucked back there my Mossberg home defense shotgun. I've got it loaded with double-aught buck. I also have a couple slugs and some more double-aught buck. So altogether, if I keep this in here, which I alternate, I've got about, I guess, 12 to 14 rounds of 12 gauge. It's a suitable enough defense. It does have a single point sling and an adjustable buttstock. It does have a small cheapy flashlight up front. I can easily unclip that and clip on the Streamlight that's charging in the truck, but this thing, when I'm not working and have to go somewhere where I can't have this in the vehicle, usually rides in there. It's been pretty handy. I've never, I don't think I've ever had to use it. Well, I took it hunting. We were looking for pigs and I hopped out of the truck with this to go walk through some tall grass looking for pigs, but other than that, it just kind of lives in the truck when it's able to. So let me bundle this back up and then I'll show you what I keep in the bed. Okay, so I got that bundled back up. As you can see, I wrap it in a towel. The good thing is I now have a towel if I ever needed it. Also, it conceals the what it really is wrapped up in there. And then of course this folds back, it latches, and everything looks in place. Nothing looks out of place. So now let's hop in the back of the truck. Let me show you the things I normally carry around with me for tools and for other things. My truck has this convenient step that I can get up in. I do have a bed cover that folds down, and I usually keep it folded up. The nice thing is with this rail here and these drain tubes, everything back here stays very dry. As you can see, there's a lot of dust back here that's been undisturbed by weather. So let's see here. Got a football. Here's my tool bag. I got a small roll of some cheapy tape and a little pack of some tinder. I've got in this bag, which is my main tool bag, I've got a scan tool, check engine light reader, an extra, well, I guess that's a piece of a bungee. I have a 50-foot extension cord. I've got some shop rags. I've got a tire puncture repair kit in here with additional valve cores. These are pry bars and screwdrivers in a roll. I have both wood saw and a hacksaw. Also have a mini hacksaw if needed. In here is a set of metric wrenches. 2 pairs of gloves in here. Also in my center console I carry a pair of gloves in there. I do have a 2-ton floor jack. I have a can Fix-A-Flat for a large tire, which is a tire inflator if I needed it to be. In here is a roll of tools, ratchets and so forth. I have a hatchet that I've sharpened. I do have some miscellaneous wires, more zip ties, some fuses, things like that. In this bag is some sockets, miscellaneous sockets. So the idea here is I should be able to do a basic repair to get me back on the road. Obviously the ability to diagnose some things, and with this this large roll of tools. The nice thing about having the rolls of tools is that you can just run to the truck and grab a handful of things without unpacking this entire bag. So let me get this zipped up real fast. So, of course I unpacked this thing, so I'm gonna have to work the zipper in order to get it back in. But luckily, with the weight of this bag, particularly with the jack that's in there, it doesn't move around. So you would have to be doing some pretty evasive maneuvers in order to get this bag flying back and forth. But it comes in handy. If I need to go on a longer stint, I may add additional tools, maybe a larger floor jack or a smaller air compressor that I have. Just depends on where we're going and what we're doing, how long we're going to be there. The good thing is you can pack this truck as full as you want and get to everything pretty easily. So continuing on, I've got some 2 large tarps. I'm not sure the square footage, but they're pretty big. So these are bundled up. I use them for covering loads or for laying down as a base layer stuff. I've got a couple blocks of wood that I can stack up to use for the jack. Also, they're good if you needed to put them under a tire to get out of it. In this bag I've got straps and bungees, also a recovery rope for towing somebody out. Always keep a tape measure in the truck as well. But this truck's been all over with me, hunting, camping, road trips, traveling a lot for work. It's a 2013. I've got 75,000 miles on it. I keep it very well maintained. I always keep good tires on here. But the usefulness of this truck to me is that it can be my basic operations if needed. So, in case of emergency, I can get to the truck, have defense, have first aid, have creature comforts, toiletries, so forth. See if I can show you this. As you can see, there's a lot of room back here. This seat flips up. If I remove the car seat, I could flip both of these up. You can fit a large Yeti cooler in here. Also, if needed, you could camp back here, for a night. Just some additional storage stuff here for my son. The other thing I like about this truck is it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's got 12 cup holders. That's very vital. 12 cup holders is useful. So just trying to wrap it up. Thought it was a good idea just to show you what all I keep in the truck on a regular basis. The idea of which is that no matter what, you have options for preparations. You have options for survival if needed. You also have a lot of cargo room that if you went on a road trip, you may be able to include things that most people would forget. I mean, the trash bag thing comes to mind pretty readily. Just to show you quick, I run the Nitto tires. These are 275 by 75 18. Works out to 33 inches overall. The truck is a 3.5 liter twin turbo. I've got the AFE Stage 2 intake, vent to atmosphere mod, upgraded the brakes, recently did a full tune-up. So truck's got a lot of power, no issues with towing. I've towed not just 1 but 2 of the race cars that are here. And so, things that I may need when towing would be additional tools, additional straps, etc. But anyhow, just just want to show you a quick peek of my daily driver and its EDC capabilities. And let me know if you have any comments or questions. Always looking for suggestions, things to add, or maybe I have too much redundancy in one department. But either way, let me know. I'm curious. Vaughn from SOW Outdoors, thanks a lot.